Make sure everything's nice and tight. So I've got it attached to my push rod now, bore brush for the 410. And what I'm also going to do is I give the bore brush a little bit of a spray down with my bore scrubber as well. And now I'm just going to start working it through the gun. Now, notice I can't go in this way, right? Because that's where my cylinder is, and I'm blocked from that with my guard here on the revolver. So I'm going to need to actually point the gun towards me. And all I'm going to do is I'm going to work this bore brush back and forth through the gun. It's going to be a little tight at first, and it should be tight because you want it to get all the fouling out, all the debris from the shells. So work that back and forth. Now, if we're doing this the correct way, we will get some of this lead to come out. That lead is what's going to cause our gun to foul. If you look at the napkin here, the paper towel, see if I can zoom in for you. You'll see these little specks. That isn't the gun. That isn't from the barrel. That isn't from anything else except the lead that I've shot through the barrel. That's good. That's what we want. We want that to come out. Okay, so I'm going to work it back through. Just going to keep working it back through. And as I get this gun, this barrel more and more clean, it's actually going to start to dig into that rifling. The Taurus Judge has a rifled barrel. That's what prevents it from being registered as a shotgun. Just going to keep working that back and forth. Back and forth. Now I do want to be careful here that I don't get any of that fouling in the action of the gun. When I say action, I'm referring to the components that are back here where the hammer is, where the firing pin is. This is what's known as the action. I don't want it to get in there. So, now, taking my bore cleaner again, I've already gone through it a little bit. I'm going to spray it out some more. Try to get some more of that gunk out. Looking better. It's looking a lot better. I'm just going to push it through one more time. There we go. That's looking much better. Okay, now once I have that, just going to take some of my cloths. And all I do is I cut up old white t-shirts. Works perfectly. So if I outgrow the t-shirt, t-shirt gets stained, t-shirt gets old, whatever, I just cut it up. And I do a little bit of preventative maintenance on my bore brush. So I'll try to scrub it a little bit with the t-shirt. And see all those stripes? That's all lead. Lead from the barrel. Lead mixed with the bore scrubber chemical. So I'm going to go ahead and take that off my bore scrubber. Next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to put on my 410 gauge bore mop. Tighten it up, and I'm going to start to scrub through with that. Okay, now I always notice how dark it is now. I always do it dry a couple times, then I hit it again with the bore cleaner. You know, sometimes you want a little bit of that friction to get all that lead, all that nastiness out. So I'm going to work it back and forth, and get all that out. It's looking pretty good now. Next thing I'm going to do, and I'll flip this over, our pad here. Is I'm going to take the other chemical that comes in this kit, gun scrubber, which is very, very good. I love this stuff. Works really well. I use it on all my handguns, use it on my shotgun, I use it on my rifles. And I'm going to use it basically to start to spray away any powder residue that I have on the gun and anything by the barrel. I'm just going to spray it down. Like I said, it's safe on synthetic materials. I don't recommend necessarily putting it right on the rubber grip, putting it right on your rubber grips, but it is safe to do that. I'm a little cautious with my weapons. And I'm going to really spray down everything. Spray down the cylinder. I'm going to spray down the cylinder wells. And what this gun scrubber does, it'll actually remove oils and fouling and powder. It'll remove all of that from the gun. So I've sprayed that down. I'm just going to wipe it a little bit. Make sure I get all the powder off of the areas that I just rinsed with that. Alright. Looking better. We're still not there though. Next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to take my little, I forget actually what this is called, but